And then we have, of course, Heinrich Himmler over here fighting a chair in France. And personally, I'm rooting for the chair. Hello, everybody. My name is YujimboXD, and welcome to the channel. And today we're back with more Hearts of Iron 4. I thought we could return and look at the New Order mod, or the What If Germany Had Won World War II mod. There were a few features I didn't really talk about in detail last time, plus it's a bit of a longer mod, so I figured there was enough to come back and discuss. But before we get into the video, if you are new here, I'd appreciate it if you'd hit the subscribe button, and if you want to see me live, you can check me out here on YouTube or over on Twitch. Links are in the description. Alright, let's get into the video. Hello everybody, welcome back to the New Order, a alternate history Cold War mod for Hearts of Iron 4. We looked at this a month ago and I was a bit overwhelmed by everything that was in the game, and when we last left off we were playing as England and we were having a bit of a civil war. So this is actually, going to be a continuation of where we left off last time we played this mod as England. At the end of that video I said, oh, I guess that there just isn't a focus tree once you win the Civil War. But as somebody pointed out to me in the comments, that's not true. I just had to wait a little bit and the focus tree would appear. So it's kind of like, I just had to wait a little bit and I could get some of that buried treasure. So yeah, I figured before the new DLC comes out, Arms Against Tyranny, we would come back and look at the New Order since people seem to enjoy it, and I didn't really show off all the features, so I spent about an hour and a half today trying to figure it all out. Long story short, I understand it a bit better now, but I still have no idea how I'm going to implement any of these things, so I'll explain it as we go along and get into it. As is tradition, it's better to show and not tell, and we'll leap into it and I'll give you the quick state of things. So yes, here we are in England. When we last left our brave country, we had just won a civil war when thankfully the other side, even though they outnumbered us 3-1, were kind enough to just give up and go home, and we were led to victory by this man Claude Auchinleck. So bit of history if you don't know him. He's a real person. He fought in both world wars, was stationed over in India for a time, led some troops and fought in the Middle East, and even fought Erwin Rommel and held off the Nazi army in Africa and saved Cairo. Eventually he was replaced by Montgomery, basically for not being as good as a politician as Montgomery and not attacking the Germans in North Africa when he was ordered to by Churchill. And another fun fact, once he retired from his life in the military, he turned to England and took up watercolors. So our mild-mannered painter finally rose to the top of the political pile and led our country in revolution to overthrow the fascist collaborators. We formed our own little A-team and overthrew the government. So now it's time to rebuild. The state of the world as it lies right now is basically once Germany had won World War II and established their dominance in Europe, things kind of went stagnant and fell apart pretty quickly. So we have currently a battle royale going in Germany with some familiar faces you might recognize like Albrecht Speer and Hermann Goering, and Bormann. Germany also did some colonial stuff in Africa, so there's this African faction with these three interesting characters. You have a man who just wants to fly his planes all day, a man who just wants to hunt humans for sport, and the man who wants to skip the hunting for sport part and just skip right to the murder. Three real cards down there. And then we have, of course, Heinrich Himmler over here fighting a chair in France. And personally, I'm rooting for the chair. It's good to see that the Air Nation is rebuilding after the Fire Nation destroyed it. And then, of course, we have Japan over here with their huge East Asian faction trying to make Neo-Tokyo or something over here. But yeah, they have their own entire sphere of influence and an entire own storyline to go through. So there is just a ton of stuff going on in this mod. It's one of the ones you can definitely come back to a lot. There is the new focus tree that was promised to us, and I think it mostly focuses around rebuilding England. Thank you once again, commenter in the comment section, and this is the part that I basically completely ignored last time. There's a whole economy system and Cold War system revolving around this entire game. Basically, this mod is all about translating one unit of currency into another form of currency until you finally get to a buff that you can understand. We can spend these little units here to allocate them to how many different factories. This filling factories is basically how fast can we build other buildings. Military factories, as you might expect for building military equipment, and consumer goods, which we don't really have much control over. That's just kind of the state of our economy. And we can also then spend these production units to trade for things we need as well. Also have our economy screen, which this is more just kind of giving you the health of your economy. Again, don't know what the meta is here, but we do have a surplus of $3 billion, so toss another billion into social spending and $1 billion into the army? Sure, why not? We're trying to rebuild the nation. It seems prudent to rearm and, you know, not have our economy be complete crap. We also have this whole button here, which is their new diplomacy screen, which they made for this, which basically just shows the spheres of influence, and they have their own tension screen, which details how much world tension ratcheted up based on some events. And then the most interesting screen, the nukes, which you can already see the Schultz zone, Germany, already has more nukes than exist in the entire world right now. So we're going to just try and rebuild the country. By the end of tonight, I would like to at least have our home islands back. But I don't really know what I'm doing, so I guess we'll just sort of have to figure it out as we go. And there's a lot of stuff going on here and a lot of moving pieces. I think the intention is to play it over at least a few decades. So this is not meant to be your typical 4 to 5 year Hearts of Iron thing. This is meant to be a longer kind of playthrough. So there is a lot to see here. And unlike last time when we couldn't build any military equipment, now that we finally have control of the government back, we can start building some stuff. Bit of the Baltics are having a bit of a punch up, and Ukraine is also fighting itself. Whoa! And Russia just exploded. Whoa! Did you see how many there were there? And then, of course, can't forget, we have a man who likes to go into people's houses and wreck up the place, leading America. What do we do with the collaborators? In our headcanon of what happened, they gave up, so we should be nicer to them. Professionalism will go up, loyalty will decrease slightly. That's fine, we can integrate them. Welcome back to the army, boys. Hope I didn't shoot anyone you knew. What the hell else are we doing here with the military high command? So what, I just gotta give them political power and now they trust me? Cool. That was easy. We had some people return from Scotland. Now can I get Scotland to return to me? There's that pirate communist? Siberian Black Army. What the fuck? You see that? That flag is Jesus with an AK. I'm sure that's what he would have wanted. We get to vent normalcy. Well, I'm glad you find everything that's going on normal. Oh yeah, and then I forgot that there's this guy over here. I was looking around earlier. We got Samuel Tarley, leading Siberian communists over here. France has a chair leading them. These people have a table leading them. Mr. Chair, the table has been shot. My God. Oh yeah, we can be doing spy stuff. Who do we want to spy on? Who's our biggest rival? The Scots. Let's go spy on them. Never trust a Scotsman. Kidding. I'm American, so that means my family is 1/32 Scottish. Like, I couldn't even declare war if I wanted to, right? Yeah, manual justification disabled, you know. Yeah, you can only do wars through focuses. Borman, who was the strongest of the 3 contenders at the start of our game tonight, looks like he finally eked out his win. Now let's see if he gets the big old Schultz zone nuclear stockpile. Right, we're putting people on trial for a war that they gave up on. Right. Okay, cool, we're at least friendly with Scotland, so maybe that will go somewhere. That's a very confusing combination of buffs to get. So we get a bunch of guns, and women get more rights in the workplace. How exactly are they going about getting these rights? Agatha showing up to work with a Bren gun or something? Who knows? Yep, and Bormann got the rest of Germany. So he is now the boogeyman of Europe. Oh, well, if it isn't Bernard Montgomery, my old rival. I don't know why I'm suddenly giving Claude here a American accent, but I'll do it. Well, boy, what we got here? We could exile him, or we could kill him, but I like option number 3, forced labor. Let's see him work. Take my job in North Africa, will you? Well, I'll give you a job. We just put an old man to work out in the cold winter. All you had to do was just not get in my way, and I could have just had my nice little watercolors. Now you have to go out and die in the cold. Hope you're happy. What should I be spending my political power on? Guess we just keep trying to fix the military. Who knew you can get a free hospital in school in just 14 days? We're going democracy because it's actually kind of unique in this world, so I want to be a beautiful snowflake amongst the fascists. Election season. How often can I press these buttons? Unclear. Didn't really work out too well last time. We tried to do a press button off versus the AI. See? See? What'd I tell you? You couldn't trust the man. He resigns. What'd he do? What'd he do this time? Oh, same thing he did in real life. Watergate. Hey-oh, and we got Kennedy. Sure hope nothing bad happens to him. You ever hear about the time Kennedy had like a cocaine-fueled rampage through the White House? He hired some sort of quack doc who was basically giving him cocaine, and he went a bit nutso before his staff got a hold of him, and suffice to say, they sacked the doctor. I would have just loved to see a coked out JFK just screaming at Castro or something. I say, get these nukes the hell out of here. Almost done with the focus tree. I mean, basically, we've just been getting free bonuses for a while. Yeah, his cocaine-fueled rampage is at an end. He's dead now. Rip Kennedy. What, you were in charge of the U.S. for like 2 months? Jeez. You go out the same way? Yeah. Book depository. Yeah. Man, his head just attracts bullets, I guess, no matter what universe he's in. Well, Claude can go retire and do his watercolors now, because we got George Jellicoe. Here is our new focus tree. Apparently, if you zoom out too much, the lines disappear. All right, don't worry about that. How's inflation? Oh, that's not good. We're going to the moon, everyone! I don't know what I'm doing. How do I fix? How do I economy? Yeah, I think we're firmly into the democracy tree at this point, which I thought would allow us to reunify, try to have a big EU moment or something, I don't know. So far, all I've managed to do is tank the economy. Count our pennies. That seems like a way to reduce inflation. Stop printing money. I like the name of this event, Sushi and Steak in Tokyo. Sounds delicious. So we're schmoozing with the anime crowd over here. Ah, yes, the triangle. I love getting led by basic shapes into battle. I would die for that rectangle. I haven't seen anybody drop nukes yet. I don't know if the AI will do that, because I figured this mod would have more of that. But instead, we're going to do some education reform. High-octane education reform action. Yes, we need to buy new school books for the children. Well, we're running a deficit, so I'm going to say let's raise taxes because we can also take the stability hit. Yeah, that was the right call. You know what? This is like a sneak preview of what City Skylines might be like for me. Just like, I don't know what I'm doing. Just spend money on things. Spend money on explosive reactive armor. We'll have the strongest tank division of all the cities. What's your city famous for? Invading other cities. Again, don't need stability, so I guess the Whigs are going to keep getting the support. A political party that I know nothing about. I'm sure we can trust them. All right, well, it feels like I'm getting my economy back in order. Like, as I keep getting more things that I can build with, which I take as a positive sign. It feels like power plants are the way to go just because they give you more factories to build other stuff and more military factories. Just feels like the right thing to do. Why is your flag the Big Dipper? Why do you look like you're in a punk band? Hello, I'm Samus Tommy, and we are the Irish Republic. I'd listen to him. What is this focus? The League meets. All right, I think we're going to have the Legion of Doom or something in England. Maybe they have some ideas of how to turn the economy around. Yeah, invest in volcano layers. Here, we'll spy on Scotland and Wales. Can't trust the Welsh either. He's so shifty he even spells his territories weirdly. He encrypts his names. How's the economy looking? Oh, hey, look at that. Turns out I'm an economic genius. Let's get the Welsh cipher. I'm sure it's the most incomprehensible cipher you've ever tried to decrypt. FR78, jeez. Looks like an AI designed that flag. Ooh, we had a fancy dinner party. Yeah, and all our friends were there. Auchinleck and Jellicore, whatever his name was. Why are you training at my border? I don't like that. Stop that. You know what? I can't trust you. We know what you're all like. Oh, speaking of whales, hang on. Ooh, we might be getting whales back. Here we go. New focus tree over here. I think we might be onto something. Let's get some tanks over there. Let's get some generals in charge. What? Alrighty, my prediction was right. Wales rejected our offer for reunification and instead said, we'll kill you. You can't kill me, not if I kill me first. I mean, not if I kill you first. Alright, slam all in there. Go! Here we go, got them cut off up there. Here we go, got them trapped over there. Wow, give it up to them. They lasted longer than I thought they would. But, you know. That's what you get, Wales. God damn it, I tried to do it the peaceful way. Well, you know what that means. It means Scotland probably gonna be the same situation, but maybe if I put all my soldiers on the line, they will realize the folly of that. Oh, right. Congo exploded. Well, at least that piece of shit who ran the concentration camps is gone. Hope they drown him in this big-ass lake they made over here. Wait a minute. Why does Canada have the Falkland Islands? Does Argentina know this? Oh, okay. Here we go. I think this might actually choose a new focus tree for us. Well, we're going to just keep doing the democracy tree. We're already committed and it's too late to change now. But that might be the moment where you could split off and start doing more wacky stuff. In the spirit of Claude and his mild-mannered temperament and his paintings, we're going to just stay pro-democratic. Scaling on some of these icons are a bit big. Jelly core here. Looks like they're trying to set his head on fire. We get event assessing the damage. Yes, we're assessing the damage like a year and a half after the war ended. Oh boy, here we go. We unlock the bottom half of our democratic focus tree now. Woo, look at all this stuff. Oh man, look at it. We got tax reform. We got workers' rights. We got this, oh my God, what's wrong with this cat? I don't know. We got weird cats. We have a man throwing a baby into the air. We got all kinds of stuff. Even Bob Odenkirk showed up. Oh, focus got canceled, so that means we are in reunification time. That is the game's way of telling me that. So here we go. Are we going to get Scotland, or am I going to just have to send everyone over? The conference begins. Thankfully, they don't have a lot of troops on their border, so I think if I do have to go in on them, it's going to be very easy. Let's see if we can do this peacefully, or if they're going to have to go the way of Wales. Either way, I win. Have limited autonomy? No, I don't want them to have that either. How about Scottish Council? I don't know what that is, but, you know, they did a council in Lord of the Rings, and that worked out pretty well, so maybe it'll work here. But pressing this button, I think, means we have now a Scottish political party we have to deal with, but we got Scotland back. Woo! Reunification time, baby! There's the super event for it. We did it! And the flag changed back. We got the good old Union Jack back. We didn't have to go to war with them, although I would have liked to do a little bit of a war on them. But hey, you know what? I set out what I wanted to do tonight. I wanted to just reunify Great Britain, and we did that. Well, we're missing chunks of it, but you know, concessions had to be made. I think we did it, and I think this actually is a great place to stop. I don't know if there's anything further we can really do. You want to sit through an hour of tax reform while I work out how to invade Germany? I don't think so, and I don't have the time for it. So this is where I think we are going to leave the video off for tonight. If you stuck around and watched this to the end, thank you so much. If you like what you saw, you can always hit that subscribe button down below. All right, have a great night, everyone.